Hello there, folks. This application today is going to talk about an anion regeneration process here, completely controlled by a redline graphite 15-inch HMI with analog and discrete I/O cards in the back that control all of the signals. So let's go ahead and start the process here. I'll show you how this works. Press the Start Regen button. Right now it's running a backwash process, so this valve is slowly opening. It's going to be getting this up to, I believe, 20 gallons per minute pressure flow, and the water's going to be flowing through here. And then the operators, these valves are all graphical. They're mechanical. They're mechanical, so we don't actually control them, but the person at the plant will control them. This would run for 10 minutes. In this case, I'm going to run it for 30 seconds. You can see that it's ramping up the flow here. At 30 seconds, it will close this valve, and we're going to wait for the flow to go down. Down here, you can see that we're closing MDV 102, and then once that's closed, then the operator has to make a selection. So in this case, we hit the button here, and we can choose between 10 cubic feet, 15, or 20 cubic feet. Depending on what process we pick, will determine other parts of this procedure as we go through. So let's pick the 20 cubic foot here. Click the enter button. Now look, the bop up here comes up. So we're going to check this button. Notice down here that we're in section 3 of this, select batch volume. Hit the checkbox here. Now we're going to start the batch. A couple pop-ups over here. We've selected the 20 cubic feet batch, and we're showing some different set points that'll change based on parts of the process. So let's go ahead and start this. So at this time, it's heating the resin up, and it's letting this hot water into here. So in reality, our actual hot water is going to ramp up a little bit. We're trying to keep the water at 110 degrees. So if our temperature rises too high, we will close the loop water here. And if we get too hot, we'll let the hot cold water in. So you see right now the temperature is at 143. And of course, if it drops below 110, we're trying to keep it never above 110. So that's what's going on right there. So now after that procedure, we're in the mixing chemical stage. So now, depending on our CPA value here, we're going to open this valve here, turn on the pump, and we're adding some chemicals to our solution here. This should run for this example 30 minutes, but in the video, we're going to cut this down to 45 seconds, I believe. We'll go to 45 seconds here. Yeah. So it's actually going to try to ramp this guy up. Should try to get up to, I believe, around 180 in this case. 170 is, I think, our set point. So it's sitting there oscillating, and we're holding the gallons here. Okay, now we're closing all the valves and moving on to the next procedure. And then we have a 30-minute contact time here where it's going to sit for 30 minutes in the tank in this state, everything's closed. So that's what's going on right now. This should continue on for 45 seconds for this example. Now I can quickly change that by clicking here. Maybe I can't, and I can put in, let's put in 40 for instance. That'll get us closer to 45. We'll cheat. Now we're in the slow rinse cycle. So we're going to check this button here, and it's going to open a valve here of loop water, and it's going to run the loop water through here. It'll do this for 30 minutes. In this case, it'll be 45 seconds for this example, but the slow rinse has the gallons per minute set to 10 gallons per minute, so we should watch this ramp up to roughly around 10. It's going to oscillate through there as we open and close the valve to try to keep this at around 10 gallons per minute. Looks like it's going a little high, but it should come back down. There we go. Of course, this is all simulated I/O. Since I don't have the real I/O, I'm simulating here. And then after this section, we're going to go to fast rinse. You'll see here, this is going to change to fast rinse. Here we're in the fast rinse now. Now we're going to update and do 30 gallons per minute. So now the valve is really going to open. We're going to put some fast rinse water through here. And the goal now is way over here. We've got some liquid coming out, some kind of sensor that's measuring some CPA value. I don't know what it is. But when this gets below 117, that's when the process is done. We've pretty much filtered everything out, and As once it gets below 117, that's when the solution or the fastness is done. So if we mimic here, see if we can get that CPA2 to go down. There we go. Once it drops below 117, the process will complete. There we go. And now we click the button, acknowledge, job complete, and the whole process is complete, finished. So that's how that operates in that case. All right, so since you saw the procedure there, let me show you the Crimson database that runs this application. So here's the Anion graphic we were just looking at. I've got a bunch of other pages here that we're not actually interacting with, but this is the main page that you saw, and all of the logic that happens on this one is running over in the program section, and we're just simply running this particular code right here for the Anion logic, and this is what executes using a switch/case statement to determine what particular section we're at in the code as we go through the procedure. Another thing I'll point out to you, you notice that when I was doing the display page, I was picking on this here area right here to tell me what stage I'm at. Well, this is pretty cool, team. This is nothing more than just a multi-state tag. So if I right click and do jump to, takes me to the tag that's controlling it. And if I go to the format tab, you can see right here, here's all of those steps, and then here's the string text wording for it instead of just a number. That's kind of what lets us know where we're at. So that's the steps, and everything is executed over here in a case switch statement. And this program here in this application is being ran way back at display pages, at top of pages in the complex code on tick once a second. I'm running both the Anion logic and cation logic, which is what my next video will cover, is the cation. So we just went through the Anion, but anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. Pretty cool process. Everything is done really through this code. It's step by step and runs pretty nice actually. Yep, I'm going to do some videos on some case switch statements, how you can use that. I think it's a wonderful application to share with you guys. Hey, thanks a lot. Have a great day, folks. See you later.